life makes no sense. You're on a planet right now. You're on a space rock floating in nothing, infinite nothingness, and infinite nothing is expanding. That means endlessness is getting bigger. That makes no sense.
Welcome to Consistently Inconsistent. Were we lagging there a little bit?
I'm not sure.
Hey, well, we just got to roll with it, right? I am Ev.O.Lution, and I am here with Jukebox Ginger, and this is our show, Consistently Inconsistent. Jukebox, how you doing today, man?
Man, I'm great. I'm great. It's so nice to have you, do the introduction because it's all about we both our show, so it's nice
Right,
to kind
right.
of let everybody know like this ain't just one side or the other. It's just as much you as it is me, man.
Absolutely, man, and I don't mind either way. You gave me the opportunity to bring the show in today, which is cool. Uh, Change it up a little bit. Uh, I'm okay with that. Things are going good. The weather here has been weird, man. For February, we're having like 70-degree weather. It's crazy. Um,
I know.
and then it drops back down to the what 40s, 30s, and all that good stuff. So people are sick.
Yeah, what is it like 30s at night and then 60 during the day?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. So people who come out in their shorts during the daytime, they usually end up sick and spread their germs all around. So it's a wonderful time in Kansas City.
My favorite time of year right now.
Oh man, I'm more of a between 70s and 90s person. Definitely tropical. That's my sweet spot. That's my sweet spot.
I'm opposite, man. I like to visit those areas, but I
Mhm.
would love to be up in the mountains. But there is a difference between mountain cold and the cold that we.
True, true, true. I don't know if you're lagging or I'm lagging, but I'm getting some lagging action on it when I
I hear it.
view you.
I'm not I'm not seeing it on my end, but I'm hearing the difference. But that's fine.
Okay, cool. Well, let's roll on along. Anything new with jukebox?
My mind's constantly running. If I ain't working, I'm thinking, and if I'm thinking, I'm always working, man. um, it's all about just kind of creating content and giving people something to watch at the end of the day.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you don't stop, man. I can attest for that. You are always coming up with something, doing something, and keeping things rolling forward like a steam engine.
Uh, you know, Jan, right?
Jan.
Jan, the older lady who on Facebook that pops on and she'll comment every now and then.
Okay.
Anyways, she came up to our work and brought me Vinny's book.
Oh, you mentioned that. You mentioned that when we were on the
Yeah,
Singed Eye Socket
she
episode. That's
she
crazy.
said she's like I wanted to meet you in person, and I had an appointment anyways, and I
Mhm.
read this, so I want you to have it. I said that's the second time now somebody's came up just to meet me.
Man, you're a celebrity. I haven't got that. I haven't got that yet. I haven't had the people come visit me and all that good stuff.
Mm,
They probably don't know where to find me, which I'm
mm,
okay with. But the
That's
people
fair.
that do know where to find me, they find me and
That's right.
give me their 2 cents and all that. So I guess I get it in a different way.
That's fair.
so so are we ready to kick this off?
Let's do it, man. Like I said, it's been a little while. I don't know who went first last time, so why don't you hit it off, dude?
All right, I'll hit it off. So, consistently and consistent, what we do is we come up with three different idioms. This today we have four, if there's time. Uh,
You have four. I've got three, but that's
okay,
good.
okay. So, I pitch mine. We discuss it, and Jukebox pitches his, and somehow, some way, it always comes together by the end of the show, which is something that we can't figure out, but it's great that it happens, right?
It's honestly, it's the part of the show that I think I enjoy the most.
Uh huh. because you
just
pick
because
yours.
we
Yeah, you pick yours, I pick mine. We don't even get to get together and discuss what we got, and somehow it
right.
all works out. So that's great.
Uh-huh.
Great minds work together like that. Uh,
That's right.
so the first one I have is as fresh as a daisy, um, which is kind of like feeling or appearing refreshed. Um, what do you have for that?
I don't have much of a green thumb. So, uh, for me, I I don't really know what it means. Like, I've heard it many times,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know what a daisy smells like, or I couldn't look at flowers and point at a daisy and be like,
Hmm.
"That's a daisy." Like, I
Hmm.
just so I don't know.
I really don't feel like a daisy is something that would be refreshing. I just don't get that from a daisy, but apparently, whoever came up with this thought so, and it just stuck, and it still rings. It's kind of an old school term
Yeah.
of people using, and people don't really use that anymore. But feeling fresh or appealing, uh, refresh. So I think if you hear that today, you probably won't get that meaning. You probably come up and be like, "Huh? What are you talking about?"
Right.
Um, but I don't have much for this, but I'm going to try to come up with a. I don't even think I have an example for that.
It's good because okay, so while you're talking, I'm looking, and
Oh, okay, okay. Hmm.
what I'm seeing, so it was recorded as early as the 1700s,
Uh-huh.
and it compares them to a person's renewed energy.
Uh-huh.
Um, basically, during the day when a daisy is at its prime, it's like
Hmm.
stands out more than the other flowers. Um, so fresh as a daisy means like you're cleaned up, you're full energy, like you were saying.
Because the sun beams down and it soaks
Yeah.
up. It stands. Yeah, I got it. So yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Um, so yeah, just I don't know. I guess if I jump in the shower and get clean, like you say, maybe put on a new outfit, get a fresh shave, and go out for the day. That's like being as fresh as a daisy, so to speak.
Right. Like
But,
like a full night's sleep kind of thing.
oh heck yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And I don't get that. I'm gonna be honest. So about every I sleep on average between 4 to 5 hours.
Hmm.
Sometimes less.
Wow.
It's because the most time I have to think is late at night when everyone's sleeping. I don't know.
Hmm.
It's just like everything's just clearer for me, and I
No
try to take
distractions.
advantage. Yeah, there's no distractions, and
Hmm.
I take advantage of it. But then
Hmm.
every like 4 or 5 days, I'll crash and I'll like I'll sleep 10 hours.
I remember being on that same sleep pattern. I'm not on quite on that sleep pattern now because I'll come home and get a nap in,
Uh-huh.
and depending on how tired I am, I may sleep on through the next morning. But for the most part, I'll get a couple hours in, and then jump back into it later. Then I have my day that I get my full whatever hours I need to catch up on.
Yeah.
I have my catch up day. So yeah.
Right. I do you as we get older, do you feel like no matter how much you sleep, time just kind of bleeds together like days and weeks like
Oh heck
just
yeah,
feel like they bleed into each other? You
heck yeah.
feel like a different day. It just seems like the same.
The same day going on. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Definitely get that. Especially recently, dude. Not sure what's going on with the levels of energy and the sleep patterns and feeling tired. Uh, but I know we do a lot. We are always going, and our work is demanding and physical, and our minds are going 1,000 miles an hour. So is I think it's just everyday wear and tear on the body, dude. And
There you
then when we do get our catch up day, we catch up and everything turns out fine. But
I agree.
the body's a great machine, and so to speak. And the better you, I guess, the more you use it, the more better shape you're in, right?
I feel I hate to say I feel more refreshed when I complete things that I think of, right? So like
Mm-hmm.
let's say I wake up with 6 ideas in my head
Mm-hmm.
and I'm referring to this, right? And I've got to work an 11-hour shift.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, okay, I like these ones. I will categorize which ones I like the most. And while I'm working throughout the day in the back of my head, I'm like thinking of how I want to construct it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I come home, I spend what time I do get to see my family, get them to bed. That's why we do these shows later, you know.
Right, right.
And then I spend a few hours on creating the things that I need to create and then do it again the next day.
Yeah, it don't stop. It just don't stop.
It
Uh,
doesn't.
Sweet. So, what do you have for your first
Okay, buckle up everybody.
one?
These ones are a doozy. All right, so my first one for today is from Japan.
Oh,
It
Japan.
says a frog in a well does not know the great sea.
That is definitely from Japan. A
Uh,
frog in the
yes,
well
it is.
does not know the Great Sea, right?
Right, and I picked this for a specific reason, and I can say that I am a victim of this.
Okay.
Um, if you think of they don't see the Great Sea, okay, they're in a well, they're trapped in a well,
Uh huh.
they don't get to see the bigger picture. They only see what's in the well.
Right.
And I feel like that's today's society with these things,
Mm.
that I'm holding in
Mm.
my hand, the cell phones
Mm-hmm.
and the smart watches. Like our our view of what's going on in the world
Mm-hmm.
is catered from the content that we see on our phones
Boom. Yeah. Exactly.
because they adapt your phone as soon as you turn that phone on and you start typing away or doing anything. It is
Mm-hmm.
taking that information and it is adapting the phone to your needs and your wants. What it
Mm-hmm.
hears what you got to say, it knows what you watched longer, and it
Mm-hmm.
caters everything. So you're not seeing a big picture. You're seeing this funneled view of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're talking to other people about things, you might think it's normal, but to them, they're like, I've never seen that in my life. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But to the individuals, it's like the whole world. That's what's going on. So, and I've seen it time and time again, especially now
Mm-hmm.
that happen. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I think it's taking us away from the bigger picture. What you got?
Man, I agree. One word popped up when you were talking, and that's research. And I know uh, the thing that you held up, like what I got here, it takes away from doing the actual research yourself, and
Mhm.
you're getting what's being given to you. Like you said, you can ask for something or search something, but it's only going to give you what it's going to give you. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
in other words, if you read a book, you're going to get the whole contents of that book, or something in that book is going to get your attention that you'll remember and maybe use the rest of your life, uh, as opposed to watching a little video clip. It's only going to give you a summary of what's in that book. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to miss out on the big picture, like you said, or the great sea, as opposed to a whale's vision. You know what I'm saying? So I think you're right. You're absolutely right. Today's world is so tunnel. You know what I mean? Uh, and I'm talking about tunnel vision. If y'all don't know what that is, look it up. But like,
What he said, that guy.
yeah. So like this. You know what I'm saying? Like you were doing like this. You only see what's in front of you. You don't get
Uh-huh.
the side view or anything else. It's just sad. It's sad, dude. But that's where we are today, man. And people are creating their own truth. They're creating their own reality, and
Mhm.
it's heading towards a bad place. Uh,
I want to give an example, if you don't mind,
yeah, absolutely.
of things going on in the world right now,
Mhm,
like the Epstein files that I'm kind of
mhm,
looking into, which we've
mhm,
somewhat talked about.
mhm,
Huge deal right now. It's literally in the Supreme Court. They're subpoenaing everybody. They're releasing all these files, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. And there's big names on it. But at
uh,
this simultaneously, you've got this Minnesota ICE shootings going on, and the social media is pushing. It almost seems like it's pushing ICE more than the what's being revealed through a lot of our political figures and our celebrities. Some of the things that they're doing behind the curtains
mm,
is being revealed right now, but we're almost being distracted and through our phones to see more of one thing than the big picture.
yeah. So I would just say that people just need to do their own research and do their
Agreed.
own thinking, and not their own thinking if it's taking them away from the world's or the actual reality, and building an altered reality through their own creativity, um, but just opening their eyes and examining what's there without any delusion or prejudice or one-sided,
Hmm.
uh, unbalanced thought process. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Which is really difficult for the majority,
Agree. I
unfortunately.
agree. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because it sucks because when we grew up, a lot of the things that we get now, we worked for, man, and
Heck yeah.
it's insane how much easier things are becoming. Like,
Hmm.
it's scary that since I was born, the advancement in technology and the things that we can access, like the AI music, like we were talking about.
Hmm.
I'm not trying to say that it's great because it's not. Like, it
Hmm.
doesn't capture the emotions of an actual human being.
Hmm.
Does it sound cool? Sure,
Hmm.
but back in the day, to be an artist, you had to do literally all the work to get the success that you wanted, right?
Right.
And today, somebody as idiotic as myself can just write down some lyrics
Hmm.
and go to a program and just say, "Here, make this song this style," and it'll just say, "Here's 5 songs, pick 2 of them, and then you can pay for these other ones." But it's that easy.
Hmm.
And it takes minutes. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that hard. What's your view? And you being an artist,
Hmm.
from what was it, like, 90s to 2000s?
Uh, yeah. Actually, like around 89 through 20, 2010, 2015.
When
Yeah.
there were CDs and tape cassettes, and you
Yep.
had to go somewhere to record the content
Yep. Absolutely.
and pay
Absolutely.
for it.
Right. Right.
All right. Sorry, I got on a little rant there.
And it's okay. That's okay. That's what this show does. It brings out a lot of things that we would normally not bring out as we
Mhm.
talk. So
That's right.
that's great. So what you got?
Is it was it my turn?
Was that you? You did the
That
last
was
one?
that
Yeah.
was me. Yeah. The last one
Oh,
was the well.
that's right. That's right. So let me jump to my second one, which is go under the knife.
Ooh, to go under the knife.
Mhm. Which simply means to go into surgery, but it, I'm wondering if when it was created, was it created for something else? I mean, it seems to be pretty simple and straightforward, but is it? You know what I mean? Are you looking that up? Um,
Yeah.
so I wonder what year it was created, and what was the actual
Said to
meaning
go.
at that time.
What does it mean? Okay, so have a medical operation, have
Hmm.
surgery. Um, let's see, what is the most appropriate meaning? The phrase "to go under the knife" literally refers to going into a procedure that involves cutting the body with a knife or scalpel.
Hmm.
Um, how far back does it go? Let's see here. Origin. It
So yeah,
says it's 20th century. That's all it says.
okay. So pretty up to date, mostly. Pretty straightforward.
The reference of knife is from 1880. Just the term knife, like
Hmm.
just meaning surgery.
Hmm.
Knife referencing surgery. So
Copy. So yeah, man. So I picked this one because it looked interesting, and we haven't done that one yet. I don't think.
no,
So
we definitely have it.
it makes me think about certain procedures. Uh, uh,
That's funny.
let's see.
I
I'll
had it done twice.
really. You know what I'm
Yeah.
thinking?
Are you talking about vasectomy?
No, I'm not. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're probably in the same uh, region, I guess. But I was thinking colonoscopy.
Oh yeah, I've had
which
4 of those.
yeah. So you don't really anticipate going under the knife in that, but sometimes it happens when they have to find something and get rid of it. Um, but yeah, more on a serious note, it's be like someone having like a major surgery, like a open heart surgery or something like that. Um, Definitely going up under the knife. I know of a story of someone who, trying not to give all the information, who
Right.
had a family member that went under the knife and everything went wrong. So just not a good scenario at all. But hopefully that situation is it'll never be forgotten because of how it happened and who it happened to. But hopefully
Right.
they can come through that as best as possible, which is pretty bad. I can't even talk about it. But that kind of reminded me of that scenario. I know I'm being very broad in that
Yeah.
and vague, but it's for personal reasons to keep somebody's
Yeah. Yeah.
information under wraps. But yeah, man, things can go great. You know, everything can go perfect, and so whatever the surgery procedure is about can help the person move on in life. And it can be issues or side effects or whatever, but we definitely don't want the worst to happen. So going under the
See,
knife.
and and to see, it's funny because when you explained it and I looked it up, I knew that, but I wasn't thinking that when you first said it. Does that make
Uh,
sense?
yeah,
I
yeah.
I was thinking to go from a culinary, because I went to culinary school and like working in a kitchen and being under pressure. Like the idea of being under the knife to me was thinking that like you putting yourself in a position where it's like last minute procrastination, but it's
Mm,
serious stuff that you're not getting done,
mm,
putting yourself under the knife. But I actually knew it was surgery, and after I looked
okay.
at it, we talked about it, I was like, well, it was weird that that happens, but that happens.
Yeah.
Um, but I can say that, and not even, I know that it literally means surgery, but I think any sort of life threatening illness, like I don't just want to say surgery, but people who go through life threatening diseases and fight through it,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's kind of being under the knife in general because like
Mm,
every day you're waking up not knowing what's going to happen, and it's like you're fighting to survive.
mm,
And that's kind of what I think of when I think of going under the knife. I know that literally it means going into surgery, but like
mm-hmm.
as a proverb, that's kind of what I think.
So it's like the extreme that you have to encounter in order to get past something.
And not by choice, but it's just it's like that bump that's
Necessary.
there. That bump in
Yeah.
the road that ain't going away until you make it away. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I can get that.
Yeah.
I get it. All right.
That's what I
What
was
do you,
thinking.
sweet. So do you have anything else from
All right.
Japan or you?
We're going to Africa, guys. We're going to Africa.
Ah! Okay.
He who swallows a complete coconut has absolute trust in his anus.
Oh my goodness. Hold the phone, man. You gotta repeat
Okay, all right.
that.
He, he who swallows a complete coconut has absolute trust in his anus.
Oh my goodness. Wow. You found that? That's from Africa?
It's an African proverb.
Wow.
It's I guess what do you first off, for me, automatic visuals, not by choice, it's just happening as I'm reading it.
Hmm.
So it is. That's where the laughing and on my end is. Like the idea of somebody swallowing a coconut and trying to poop it out is pretty
Uh-huh.
freaking common.
Yeah.
But it says a truly memorable way to say that if you take a huge risk, you better be incredibly confident in your ability to handle the consequences,
Hmm.
which
That's a
I think is an extremely powerful statement.
true, but it's a heck of a way to word it in order to mean that.
Uh-huh. Welcome in. Feel free to leave comments. We can chat with you through the comments if you guys want to. Um, so it to me, it's like okay, you have to put in the effort to get what you want. You can't say I want to be this, but I gotta go. I gotta take this step and this step and this step and this step. Ugh, it's just so much. Like you have to be able to give up certain things. Like to be a creator. Like for example, let's say JG's Lounge, right? To keep it
Mhm.
going and to keep it fueled, you have to give in to putting in the time and effort to do it. But that's I enjoy it, so I don't mind. But what I'm saying is people tend to fall out, like with the podcasting, what we do now.
Mhm.
A majority of podcasts don't make it more than like 7 episodes because
Mhm.
people like the idea of it and they're like, but I gotta get on again. Ugh,
Mhm.
what's it for? Like
Mhm.
you can't think that way. You have to understand it takes work to get what you want,
Oh
and you
yeah.
have to sacrifice things to get it.
Mhm.
That's
Agreed.
just the way it is. Take your breaks, but time's not stopping. No matter
True.
how you think about it, you can give up on it, but time doesn't care whether you're giving up or not because it's just going to keep going.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What you
And
got?
and the more you go with that, people don't realize you're building a legacy, and maybe later on you're sitting on all these episodes, and then somebody comes around and notices you. Like, wow, I
Mhm.
like this episode. I saw it. It was great. Do you have more material? They're like, do I have more material? Look at all this. You know what I'm saying? So you got like, I got like seasons of crap. You know what I mean?
Yes, literally
But
years. I've got
right,
7 years worth of crap on JG's Lounge.
seriously, no doubt. But what I was thinking as you were talking about this African proverb is biting off more than you can chew. In other words, so they use a reference of a coconut and swallowing a coconut whole, I guess, and uh, then it has to come out the other side, which is probably painful on both ends. But I was thinking about bite off more than you can chew. In other words, whatever you try to accomplish or whatever load is given to you, it may be massive, but anything's always doable depending on how you kind of break it down and plan through it and work your way through it and kind of just uh, not just analyze, but have a piece by piece way of getting through it to where it's not such a huge task or a huge inconvenience. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Uh, to destroy whatever it is you're trying to do, or if it's something that you're putting in your body, you definitely don't want to overconsume or overconsume something that's gonna eventually overtake your body.
Right.
Uh, too much of anything is bad for you, but
Hmm.
just just realize that even though we can do some amazing things, we have limits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, you can't walk across lava with no shoes on.
Boom.
You know what I mean?
What was that another one?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. and, and you can't go into space without, you just can't breathe space. You know what I'm saying? You can breathe down here, but
Uh-huh.
if you're in on Mars, you can't breathe. You need something to
Uh,
you know protect
you need
yourself.
assistance.
Absolutely. Even underwater, you can't breathe underwater. So you just have to use your brain in the right manner, and don't
Right.
try to bite off more than you can chew, or
Mhm.
swallow a
We've
whole
done that one.
coconut.
We've done
Right.
that one.
Right. And
Yeah.
don't swallow a whole coconut.
I do think that would be impressive to see, though.
But whoever does that will have
I'm
a
not watching it come out the anus. I'm just
they
saying.
will have a hard couple of days. if they make it. If they make it.
Yes. If they even, yeah, be in the hospital, have that stuff removed.
Shoot. It better be a very small
I don't know,
coconut.
man. Have you ever watched My Strange Addiction? People eat some weird stuff, man.
They do, and I have not seen that. But what was that show that came on where they dared people to do these
Like Fear
weird?
Factor?
Yes, Fear Factor. Oh man, one episode that stood out to me. They had to eat a raw horse's intestine, and I'm like, what
Oh
is
my
wrong with
god.
people, dude? Why would you? And what
Money,
was it?
man.
What was it? 50 grand? I don't think so. You got to be harking your lungs out for the next 5 months from eating that sick
Dude,
crap.
people will do anything to not have to really work for money and success. That's how I feel.
So that they'll do anything literally for money. That's I'm not one of
Yeah.
those people, man. When
Yeah.
I seen that, and these people are actually chomping on it and trying to get it all down in a certain amount of time, I'm like, no.
And the sad part is that humans eat that stuff up, man. I don't know why. I don't know why our minds are so wired to see the extreme and the
Hmm.
negative. Like it
Hmm.
really is. Like if you turn on the news and they're talking about a local litter of puppies, you're probably going to change the channel, right? But if you
Uh-huh.
turn on the news and a whole city in California was destroyed by a wildfire, you're probably going to be a little bit more focused on that. Like why? I don't know. I like it. I don't know why I like it because it's not good,
Hmm.
but it does. It's a weird fuel. It's something
Hmm.
about our minds.
Yeah, anything that's either taboo or dangerous or um, just next level, it just intriguing. It draws the attention in, depending on what type of person you are. You know what I mean? So if
Right.
somebody's getting ready to fight or getting ready to shoot in a certain area, I'm going the opposite direction,
Right.
right? But you got
Right.
people that want to go to that spot. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Right. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. But
Uh,
anyways,
yep,
you know how we do. Let's bring it back.
bring it back. My third one is go on a wild goose chase. Um,
I like that one.
yeah. So something that doesn't exist or is unnecessary that people are trying to either make happen or pursue. They're just going to be basically chasing their tail, or uh, just never going to find what they're seeking because it's either not there, not going to happen, or it's just not relevant. Uh, what do you got?
Well, I looked it up first. You
Okay.
know, it's from the 1500s. Actually, it was first referred in Romeo and Juliet,
Ooh.
and it originally referred to a horse race where riders followed a leader in a weave or irregular formation resembling
Mhm.
wild geese.
Huh. Interesting. Wild
Yeah,
goose.
yeah, I didn't know that. So I agree with you. That's like in the where people go missing or get kidnapped. Those movies, I feel like you
Mhm.
hear that reference often in those about going on a wild. They're gone. You're going on a wild goose chase. You
Mhm.
know, I feel like in reference to like us growing up, going on a goose chase is almost similar to like saying, you know, um, it's almost like a spin on chasing your dreams
Mm,
in a sense. Like you you're not going to get that, and you're told this over and over again. Like, no, you can't do that, or you can't, like having those limitations,
hmm
and almost like putting a weight on you to succeed by going on that goose chase
mm,
rather than it being a negative implication of it's not going to happen, which it typically references.
mm.
What you got?
Just pondering what you're saying there, and thinking about the actual meaning that you looked up. I think that's
Yeah,
quite funny. Actually, it's
it
interesting
is.
how much different the meaning started to where it is now. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Right.
so they were just traveling in the pattern of geese, and then today it's like you're chasing something that doesn't exist or is unnecessary. Um,
Right.
Going back to what we were talking about earlier about how people, I think it was me saying how they create their own reality or
Mhm.
um, try to make something that's important to them uh, more important than everything else that's important to everyone else. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um, so to me, that's kind of a wild goose chase, especially when you're trying to relate to someone and get on the same page or just have an understanding. Uh, what we're dealing with today is just unreal, man. I never thought these things would occur, but they are. It's
Mhm.
like you can ask a person something, or you can make a statement about something that's a fact, and then they'll try to respond with something that's making it other than what it is. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it,
Yes.
it could be something as simple as asking a yes or no question, right? And then
Well, actually, if the same no, I don't need to hear the story. It was meant to be yes or no,
and
and then they
everybody
don't even
knows.
answer the question.
Right. And then they bring up something else that don't even have the apply to the question that's being asked. Um, and what the funniest thing about that is, this happened. We know where this is happening at, and at the level it's happening at, and it's so
Mhm.
ridiculous that these people in these positions, these key positions, find a way to not answer a yes or no question, and it's that simple. It's either yes
It's
or no, right?
it's what magicians do. Okay, it's the misdirection. It's misdirection. They're really good. They're actually magicians, is what it is. They
Uh,
misdirect, except everybody knows they're doing it.
they know they're doing it too.
Oh, they
And,
100% know they're doing it.
and I just say, um, I'm just going to put myself out there and say, if these people cannot answer a yes or no question, they should not be in these positions.
I think that is just proof that we're being lied to.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
It's proof that
one
they are
thousand percent,
doing the things that they're being questioned about because
Mhm.
they're not answering the questions.
1,000%.
Like,
Yep.
if I know that I was not wrong, that
hmm
what I did was not wrong,
hmm
why would I misdirect? Like, what would be the purpose of it if I'm
Right.
not doing anything wrong?
hmm
There's no purpose.
Right. Or you're protecting something or someone or yourself.
Mhm.
Uh,
And then
and
when people ask you, well, why didn't you did this and this? I didn't say yeah, but I didn't say I did that. I didn't say I did that.
Mhm.
You're saying that never came out of my mouth.
Right. So I guess in my opinion, my humble opinion,
You're humble.
uh, if someone cannot answer a yes or no question, especially at that level, they are not trustworthy and they do not deserve that position.
You remember when a bunch of people were being removed from the office and from when somebody came into office
hmm
and removed of jobs?
hmm
I feel like that's literally what happened.
Mm.
You know, and it's crazy because I feel like it's all just sleight of the hand, man, and I'm shitting over here creating chaos, but I'm over here painting a picture. You're seeing me in the mirror as like this well dressed person
Mm.
telling you something else, but here's what I'm actually doing. I know it's kind of a weird reference, but
I got a weird reference. Um, there's a puppet master, and then there's a bunch of puppets.
that's
Okay.
that's actually happening though. That's not a reference.
Yeah. Oh man, what you got for your third one, man?
All right. Okay, hold on, guys. No, wait, you gotta stop laughing because you're gonna have to save the laughter for this one.
All right, where we
A
going with this?
dog. Okay, we're going to Brazil. We're going to Brazil
Brazil.
for this one. All
Okay.
right. A dog bitten by a snake is afraid of sausage.
Wait a minute. What? A
A
dog.
dog bitten by a snake is afraid of sausages. I gotta say before the show, before we decided to do this show, I didn't look this much into them. Like I knew a lot of them, but I didn't know that there was as many as there are.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Uh, man, I don't even know where to start with that one.
So it means that if you have a bad experience,
Hmm.
you might become overly cautious even about things that aren't actually harmful.
Ah, that's clever. That's cool.
Yes, and it makes sense. That's like being bit by a dog. If you were to get bit by a dog as a kid, you might develop a fear of dogs.
Hmm.
I had a great grandma who had Alzheimer's really bad,
Hmm.
and we'd go visit her in the summer in Utah,
Hmm.
and she had porcelain dolls all over her house. She couldn't remember who you were for 5 minutes. She'd ask you to reintroduce yourself.
Hmm.
But at night, she'd wake up at any hour of the night, and you'd wake up to her yelling at the dolls in the hallway. She'd give them baths with her. She
Oh,
had given them names. She would change their clothes, have full conversations, but she couldn't remember who you were.
wow.
And I remember that for several years as a kid before she passed.
Hmm.
And I still am terrified of dolls,
Hmm.
even though they're probably harmless.
Right. Right.
It's just those experiences creep me
Mhm.
out by dolls.
So the word that comes to mind with this proverb and what you're saying to me is traumatized. You experience some type of trauma behind something that happened prior that has you kind of freak out when certain things occur, or when you get around certain things, or when you remember certain things, uh, or experience certain things. Wow, that's you got some good ones, man. I like those from Japan, Africa, and Brazil. um, I think my favorite is the one from Africa.
Yeah. No, I have to agree because it makes sense, but it's almost so comical that
Hmm.
you really just want to laugh at it, even though
Yeah,
it makes sense.
absolutely, absolutely. Um, but yeah, definitely. I can see how a dog that's got bitten by a snake would be afraid of sausages because of the shaping of it. It still would remind them of what bit them
Right.
previously.
Right.
So yeah,
In
man.
in reference to like people, and the things that
Mhm,
we go through, and like
mhm,
we try things, they don't work. We try something different, they work or
mhm,
they don't, and we move on.
mhm,
But sometimes taking a different approach at the same thing
mhm,
can be successful. So if you only have that one opportunity and only base your results off one experience,
mhm,
that you're not going to see the full potential of what you can be just by basing it off of a single experience.
mhm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I got a perfect example for this one. I love basketball. I mean, I absolutely love basketball. I will play it anywhere, everywhere. at any time. If I'm exhausted, if it's raining outside, if it's cold, it doesn't matter. Um, I love the sport. When I was younger, I suffered an ankle injury, which was the worst injury I've ever had, period. I came down wrong. Concrete was a little broken up, and I literally heard my ankle rip when it hit the ground and bent like that. Tore a bunch of ligaments, and it was the worst. I had the bottom half of my leg from my what is that, the shin, all the way down to my like the half of my foot.
Man.
It looked like an elephant foot. It was that swollen. It was black and blue, and it was the worst pain ever. And I told myself I'm never playing basketball again. That's how bad it was. Um, and took a long time. It was a long healing process. And even when I was able to start walking again, there was so much pain. And but interesting, once it healed, it healed tight because that's how tendons heal, really really tight. And it was like a year and almost a year and a half later, I was running and don't even remember what I was running for, but I was running and those tendons finally loosened up because they were completely healed. And I was running and it looked like I hit a jet packet boost button or something, and I took off. I'm like, holy cow!
Man.
I couldn't even slow down.
Like it was an instant, like it just happened
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
felt it. That's
yeah.
crazy.
I mean, it kicked off, dude. I'm like, whoa.
That is
Uh,
a great example.
yeah, man. And then I eventually eased my way back into the basketball court, but it
Were
was a trouble.
you were you traumatized in the sense like when you finally got back to it, like you were having the flashbacks?
Oh heck yeah. And occasionally I still do, but it's nothing like it was in the beginning because
Yeah.
if you usually when you play basketball you roll your ankles, you know what I'm saying, a lot, just from cutting and might step on somebody's foot or whatever. But I think the biggest thing that happened after that was I rolled my ankle because someone's foot ended up under mine, but it wasn't as bad. But definitely that memory is going to always be there probably. But the more I play and the longer time travels, uh, it goes away. It goes away.
Yeah. That is a great example. I
Ah,
like
thank
that.
you, thank you.
I don't like it, but I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was
Yeah.
it was something, man. So I get it. That makes perfectly good sense when you look at it that way.
Mhm. Do we want to squeeze in our last ones? Just throw a
Yeah,
fourth
man.
one in there.
Yeah, man. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Switch things up tonight. Look at
Uh-huh. So I have a fourth one. It's like a bag of bones. Uh, so the definition of that was really simple. It said very thin. Uh, so I guess in what I can do with that is, like someone that you've known, I guess, previously, or you may know them now, and I guess, something occurs. Maybe they go through a weight loss program, or they just start changing their diet up or adding exercise, and they slim down really thin,
Hold on.
uh,
I'm gonna look up the origin of that. What was it again?
like a bag of bones.
Okay.
And then, you just notice over time that, hey, I haven't seen you in a while, but you really trim down. You look like a bag of bones. You don't really say
Yeah.
that, but
Yes.
that's kind of, you're thin. You know what I'm saying? You lost weight. You try to say it in a good way. Um, I think in most cases when you recognize that someone has lost a considerable amount of weight, it's a compliment. Usually, unless they literally look like a bag of bones and there's some health issues going on. You know what I'm
Yes. Yes.
saying? Jesus, your skin
Oh.
and bones. Are you eating? Here, you can have my lunch.
Right. Right.
Here, take their lunch too. You need food inside you. You're gonna waste
Um,
away.
it's actually funny because the reference on here says it's meant to be like, hey, you could use some like you should put some meat on those bones, pretty much like, hey,
Uh-huh. Hmm.
it's 18th century English,
Wow.
referencing what a literal bag of bones would look like, and
Hmm.
skin and bone, no meat on you,
Hmm.
and that's it's back in the not the late 1700s. Okay, so what in the heck? One thing says 1800s, one thing 18th century is the never mind. The
Okay.
1700s. It was described to be like worn down, and let's see here. Today it's more of like a often due to illness or hardship.
Mm. Okay.
So interesting.
Hmm.
You know what that is today? That is Ozempic.
Why did I know you were getting ready to go there?
I'm not wrong, guys.
No, you.
That's literally their motto. It's Ozempic, and underneath it says "like a bag of bones."
I'm gonna do my example of before and after Ozempic. This is before Ozempic.
Uh,
This is after.
it's not even a picture of you; it's a literal bag of bones.
That's
But
funny.
no, and for some reason that's in. I don't know why that's a thing. You're making yourself ill to get thin is
Dude,
crazy.
that's
That
nuts.
is
That is nuts.
nuts.
Yeah, yeah. So
So people are literally wanting to be bags of bones because it's a thing. Like, why is that a thing? I
it,
don't understand that.
it's I don't know. People have gone so many directions, and that's one of them. Uh, just not sure where the I know the balance is off. I'll just say it like that. The balance is
Yes.
completely off. Uh, so some people go that direction, and is to me is healthy is healthy. You know what I'm saying? You got
Right.
your big boned and big structured people. You got your medium sized structured people, and you got your lightweights. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own category, and you can either be on the big plus side of your category, in the middle, or under. There's a lot of different variances there, but
Right.
at the end of the day, man, looking like a bag of bones has never been appealing to me. You know what I mean? You
No,
can you
it
can
looks ill. It does not
yeah,
look good.
yeah. I've seen slender people that look great. Like a model slender. You know what I mean? And I've even seen models who look like they need to put on weight because I'm like, no, that ain't it. I
Well,
can
it's
see
like,
you. I can see your shoulder bones and your rib cage and your back. No,
and
that's
and people think that looks good, and I can't look like I don't have sympathy for people who do it intentionally.
right.
But when you think about people who are actually ill that
Hmm.
get that way,
Hmm.
the appearance looks the same. You
Yeah,
can
it's the
cake
thing.
makeup on, but when you're that tiny, it's the same reaction. Like something's wrong. Like
Yeah,
there's no way that's right.
right.
You know,
So yeah, it's.
I can't make anybody be who you be you. Do what
Mhm,
you're gonna do. But I
mhm.
feel like if that's something that you want, I think you should at least have a medical professional that can at least kind of help you find the balance that's safe for you. Like
Yeah,
that's really what I
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Because when you can pull your skin off like that, I mean, and it's just bone. There's no, I mean, all the muscle tissue is just gone. I'm like, come on, man. Uh,
Mhm.
if you're doing something to look that way, it's a little different. But if you,
Mhm.
like you said, if your health is, on that end, and it's got you shrinking down to that, that's different. That's something that you have to get medically treated or whatever. Hopefully, you can bounce back. If not, you know, things happen. But yeah, man, I don't understand why people would go to that extreme. There's plenty of ways to do it healthy, right? It's called exercise. It's eating right,
Mhm.
and just doing the things you need to do to for the best results and the best way to do it. You don't take something that's gonna shrink your body down and make you sick in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? I lost
I
215 pounds in 12 minutes. No, that's
no
not good.
joke.
That's not good.
Um, that is crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
there's like stuff like lap band surgeries, where they'll tie off your stomach and then you gotta like watch what you eat and you'll drop the weight. I think that's better than the Ozempic route or
But I mean, that's a form of
that's these are
insanity
feet
too.
that I can't these are feet I can't fill. These aren't things that I can really speak on because I don't
Right.
know
Hmm.
the balance. I don't know the balance of what's
Yeah. I
right and
mean,
what's
to me, that's extreme too. You know what I mean?
right.
Uh, it's just, I don't know. I mean, people have gotten so, uh, I want to say lazy so bad. Uh,
Right.
but they just don't want to put forth the effort to do things in a manner that it will work and take time. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of time, but they don't even want to wait that amount of time. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
if you start a routine to work out, and if you hit it every day, hit it hard, and keep doing it, it's going to cause you pain. You know, you're going to have to have some sore muscles, and you got to get through it. You got to hydrate, all that other stuff, stretch out. Um, but in about a week or two, people are going to start commenting on the results they see, right? And you're going to see results. And then
Yep.
after a month or two, you should be really getting close to hitting your mark if you stay focused on doing what you need to do.
Right.
Uh, but people don't want to wait that long. I want to take a pill today and be 20 pounds lighter tomorrow. No, that's not good.
No, it's not. No, I agree. I actually want to say one thing that this one I want to compliment you on the most because after talking about it
Uh huh.
and thinking about the show and what it represents, like when we were putting together consistently and consistent, we are talking about it's not going to be consistent. Let's do life proverbs, and then we just started realizing that we had different views on it.
Hmm.
This is a literal reference to where it can swing either way, like
Uh huh.
especially nowadays
Hmm.
that's like a look that people want to achieve, which is crazy to me because it still keeps that original message,
Hmm.
but it's right now it's like a positive. It's not really positive, but it's an appealing thing. Like it's in, which is a total weird flip, and it really kind of just brings the title of this show, the meaning of it
Hmm.
in this. So that I wanted to. That was a good one.
Thank you.
That was a good one. All
Thank you.
right.
So, did you have
Uh,
another one, or you
I
good?
do. I have one more. Let's
Okay,
power through it, and then
let's
we'll
go.
wrap it up. Okay, this one's comical, like the rest of them, not as out there,
Uh huh.
but it references something that I can attest to for
Hmm.
sure.
Okay.
The honey only sticks to. Oh, it's Arabic, by the way. This is an
Arabic.
Arabic problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, the honey only sticks to the mustache of he who licks it.
Oh man, my mind is just taking off.
Yeah, yeah. Let me repeat it one more time. The honey the honey only sticks to the mustache of he who licks it. Um,
Oh my
I
goodness.
was thinking of a few things, and being somebody with a very voluptuous mustache as myself and beard, I can tell you that if I was to drive home and I stopped at a Chinese buffet and
Mhm,
I ate and ate and ate and then came home and I was like, all right, I'm so hungry, guys. Like, what are we doing for dinner?
mhm.
And my wife would be like, "You haven't eaten anything?" But nope. She'd be like, "Well, you still have rice in your beard."
Mhm.
Like it's it's basically painting the image of if you do something, you have to hide it. Like you have to try to hide it, but there's always the
Evidence.
information there. Yeah, there's
Evidence.
always that evidence.
Mhm.
You did it. There's some sort of evidence.
Right, man, and
You
that's
know.
exactly what I get when I look at this and read it again. Basically, what you do will eventually catch you, or catch up to you, or you will eventually have to answer for what you do.
Mhm.
Um, the honey that sticks to the mustache of he who licks it. there's always going to be some proof of what you did, one
Yep.
way or the other. Uh, even the best of people get caught, you know, through time because they make a mistake or they forget to lick the honey off of their beard. You know what I'm saying?
I
So,
always I always have a coffee stash or a milk stash or a soup stash.
mhm,
I always have a napkin, no matter what I'm eating. I always have to have a napkin to wipe my mustache
mhm,
after I eat. It's just it's became a thing for me.
mhm.
But yeah, because if you don't, you're gonna look silly.
So the thing that I'm thinking about on this is criminals. Um, so so when criminals plot and plan to do stuff, they're only plotting and planning to be successful with their attempts to do the things that they're attempting to do. They never think about getting caught. You know,
Hmm.
they think that they can pull off these fantastic feats uh, and get away with them. And what's funny is there's no stopping points because if they're successful the first time, then they're gonna be like, oh, I can keep doing this and I can do more things later and keep it going. But I think to me that's where the mistake lies because if you're successful once, um, or there's not enough proof or evidence to lead to you, when you do something again, you're going to create a pattern, for somebody to follow up and compare those two things. And if you're lucky enough to be successful the second time, um, by the time you get to that third attempt, you're going to have somebody on your tail. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because of the what you laid out the first time and the second time.
What you left behind. It's like the
Yeah,
breadcrumbs that you leave behind.
yeah, absolutely. The things that you don't think about are the things that are going to catch you in the end. So yeah, so that proverb is really good. I like it, and I like the way they worded
Yeah.
it. Um, but that's what I think about is the mind of a criminal who thinks that they can get away with anything and everything or something, whether it's major, medium, or small. Uh, they don't think about uh, what they're not doing or what they're doing that will lead to their capture.
Right. So, and the way I think of it is, once it's been done, it can't be like it happened.
Hmm.
It that happened.
Hmm.
Whether you think it's done and nobody caught on to it, it
Hmm.
still happened, which
Hmm.
means it now exists.
Hmm.
So there, if if somebody catches on to it anyway, if it's something serious, let's say you stole a chocolate bar, okay, something stupid,
Hmm.
and you're like, that was easy, and you continue stealing chocolate bars, you never get caught. There's still the fact that you're doing it, and there's
Hmm.
something that's affecting your mind and changing your perception of the that whether it's good or bad, almost in a
Hmm.
sense.
Hmm.
But it's not. It's more of the fact that it's occurring or it occurred,
Hmm.
and it's there. It's an existence. It can't be undone, right?
Hmm.
So even if you went to return it, you still did it, and
Yeah,
that's the
absolutely.
thing.
Hmm.
So that's what I
And
got.
there might be repercussions when you try to return it, you know,
Hmm.
depending on what it is. But
Agreed.
yeah, man, that's awesome, man. I think our stuff lined up again, and we touched on a lot of different subjects.
We
Uh,
definitely I feel like we swung a little bit more, but it still flowed just as smoothly,
Absolutely, absolutely.
if
And
that makes
and
sense.
what is unique about this episode is your proverbs came from all over. I mean, you went from Japan to Africa to Brazil and to Arabic. I thought
Yep.
that was very cool. Nice little spin on what we normally do, and their proverbs are so hilarious, but
I think
very, very, very meaningful.
and I think that there's something to be said about that though, because I think that it almost sits more.
Yeah, Yeah.
in a way,
Hmm.
because I feel like a lot of the ones that we started out with are very powerful, but
Hmm.
they're very literal. And to
Hmm.
see some of these countries and how they present these proverbs
Hmm.
doesn't seem something that we could hear can be as creative. I think like these old westerns just sitting around coming up with these proverbs. And then I think of like these prophets over in these other countries that are coming up with these ones, you know?
Yeah, yeah. There's definitely a lot of wisdom
Uh,
in these kind of in these proverbs. So
who's
I like
who's the monkey in Lion King? The one that
Rafik,
um
What,
Rafiki.
yeah,
Rafiki.
Rafiki.
That's what I'm thinking of when I'm reading these proverbs.
That's funny. Oh
This is
man,
good. This is a great episode. These are
absolutely,
always fun episodes. We
absolutely,
try to get guests on now. Sometimes it doesn't work out, but we still show up, and that's because it's our show.
absolutely.
Um, so it is kind of cool to get the perspective of other people. But I hope you guys enjoy the show as much as we do because it's just fun. It's interesting to discuss the different views of things and to have the discussions the way that we do it and hit on subjects that we probably didn't expect to hit on is
Absolutely.
fun. It's exciting.
And I think my most enjoyable moments of these shows are when it sparks memories of actual occurrences that we've had in the
Mhm.
past. So I like
Right.
it for that reason.
Me too. I
Mhm.
agree. All right, man. You want to wrap us up?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 1515. No.
It's close. That's close. It's close. He's not far.
um, Man, it was a great episode. I love it. I'm glad we decided to do this today. And
Yep.
there will be more to follow. We're going to do this once a week.
Every other week. I'd like to try and
Oh,
hit it
okay.
every other week because
Every other week.
We'll do Singed one week, and then we'll do this the other week. You know, kind
Copy
of
that.
as much as we can. But with this show being consistently inconsistent, it's one that if it wiggles a little bit,
Uh-huh.
don't be surprised.
There you go. Oh man. So we got a
Thank you
lot
guys.
coming up. Got a lot coming up, and
We do.
you'll see it when it happens, and it's coming in like hot smoke. So, jukebox, you
You
good?
know, it's funny. I want to throw one more thing out there.
Okay.
Do you remember a while ago we had somebody who was interested in like almost like combining? We were talking about like a you remember we were going to meet up and have a discussion?
Uh
We
huh.
did actually have that discussion.
Uh
You
huh.
know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Recently, they were posting something about how they reached a decent number, like 300. It was like 300,000 views,
Mm-hmm.
which is awesome. That's really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
We average over 1 million a week now across all platforms. Um, so I'm not trying to I'm not trying to say anything in any way, but I just wanted to throw that out there and whatever you guys want with that.
We there are times we have to make decisions, and that was one of our better decisions to not
It feels good.
yeah, to not go that route. So yeah.
Yes. It's been a long journey. Speaking
Mm,
of which, there's a third one coming, guys. But I'm not going to go
absolutely.
too much into it.
I will. I will.
But okay, go ahead. Let me finish this with one saying, and then I'll let you have it back. Um,
Okay.
it's been a long journey to have started this when COVID hit. I was wanting
Mm-hmm.
something to do,
Mm-hmm.
and to get to a point where it was appreciated by people and acknowledged by people wasn't necessarily the expectations. It was just something funny to do.
Mm-hmm.
To be where it's at today has all been from the feedback that I get from you guys, including you, Evolution, because you're here because of your feedback on what I do and what we do.
Absolutely.
And it to be where we're at numbers wise and comfortably be there, like, yes, I put an effort, but I do it because I enjoy doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But it feels amazing. It does to know that JG's Lounge gets that kind of, if you type in JG's Lounge on the internet, we pop up. That's how we've gotten, and it
Absolutely.
feels great. It feels great. So, anyways, go ahead.
So congratulations to you, man, for getting it started, and I guess congratulations to everybody who's involved. It keeps it going, and yeah, man. Speaking of journeys, we have already started shooting Journey 3, and we will be completing that within the next month or so. And we got some surprises in that prior to it and after. So a lot to come, and that's all I'm going to give you. But it's a little
If
bit.
you guys haven't watched the journeys, check them out. They're good. They're
They're
great. They're literal journeys that this guy has experienced. And being somebody that's been involved in the editing process and piecing these documentaries together has been a huge privilege and challenge that has strengthened my ability to do what I do and make it more efficient. And I say that in the strongest way because it was kind of like um, one of the proverbs we were talking about tonight about, being the coconut, right? You're presented a challenge
Mhm.
that is going to be tension and times of like, "Ugh, I just want it to be done." And you know what
Mhm.
I'm talking, especially with, I don't know if it was the first one or the second one. One of them took a long time because we kept losing things and things,
Uh-huh.
and then we
That
had
was
to
the second
find
one.
them.
That
It
was the
was the
second
second one. And that experience and not giving up and having it turn out the way it's over 2 hour long documentary, guys. It's fantastic. And I recommend you guys going to see both of them and to
one.
see the progression from the first one to the second one. And you got a third one coming. There's things that you guys will pick up on as the documentaries have progressed. So
Mhm.
yeah, I just wanted to say that.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Mhm.
That's all I got. Had a great
That's
time. It
all I
was a
got.
blast.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Consistently Inconsistent. Once again, I am Evolution, and this is
JG.
JG. And we'll check y'all out on the next one. Take care.